So just briefly, tell us about yourself. And how did you first get interested in herbs and herbal medicine? And why did you want to become an herbalist? Why did you want to learn about plants?
Yeah. Well, I think when I was first in college, I was not really excited to go to college right away. So it was really like, I don't know what I want to do. And I kept thinking like pharmacy was coming up, being a vet was coming up, like things that were either I really loved even at that point the way the body could engage with and heal. So with pharmaceuticals, that even was of intrigue to me, just the power of the body, and then healing. And I was taking a class on plants and people, which was an ethnobotany class, and that just kind of sealed the deal for me because that was more like everything that I wanted, which was really more connection with our natural world and sort of a slower life, slowing down, being connected to our ancestors, connected to the world around us, connected to the things that are in our life, so that even the mundane was sacred, even everything that was in your life had purpose, had intention, someone had made it, things of that sort. So from there, then I studied plant biology and environmental studies and was working with medicine women in Bahamas, and it mostly was teaching for a good while first. I was teaching college biology, and my professor was like, "You need to be a cell biologist," and I was like, "All I want to do is walk in the woods. I don't want to do
You want to be in a lab, right?
I was like, that's not my path. But I learned that I loved teaching. At that point, I really fell in love with that. So then, I was teaching children environmental education for a while, but any chance I got, I was teaching them, like we were making nettle tea and cordage and eating nettles and making elderberry syrup. So I was working with them and exploring that on my own. And had gotten that in school. There was a couple classes on herbalism that wasn't as common in a very science heavy program. So anytime there was that, I would take that class. And I had a professor, James Cavender, who was very influential for me because he was doing a lot of my botany classes, but he would be way ahead, just nibbling on plants. I never saw him eat anything that wasn't on the ground. And for me at that time, I mean, this is way before internet, way before a lot of access, and I just didn't grow up with that access anyway. So this was just amazing to me and really, really hit home. Like, wow, I want to do that. So
yeah,
that was kind of my start. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I mean, who doesn't want to walk through the woods and nibble on plants?
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's, I guess, like to extend upon that, then I was the person having people over for dinner, and they're like, what weird things are we going to be eating? Because it was always, we're having chicken of the woods and we're having a nettle pizza, and I had a refrigerator full of like mushroom spore prints and foraged goods. Whereas a lot of my friends at the time were in art majors or business majors, and they would have me over for like pasta night. So it was really bizarre to them, but they enjoyed it, and I enjoyed sharing that. So so that was like the early start that then moved me forward. And it was more, and it's kind of a combination for me. I like to do the things that I feel passionate about, and I like to share those. And herbalism is one of those. So for me, it's more like aspects of connecting to oneself and connecting to the world, connecting to their healing. So I was a yoga teacher for years, and so connecting people that way, and then continued to move further with more herbalism, like moving out of the science plant biology world and further into herbalism and making more medicine, and incorporating that into my yoga practice, into my classes, into my massage practices that came forward. So to me, it's all these levels of healing, and herbalism is one of those.